April 18th. It's pointless to keep saying the time every morning because the only reason I was doing that was like in case I recorded more than one video in a day. Anyway, my dreams last night were all dumb. In the first dream, I was in school and I was taking the like genocide class again, and the instructor, like, when I took that class, it was like all online, but I was like actually going to the campus, and for one of the assignments, the instructor like told us to write a letter to Starbucks, and like I was like it was such a dumb assignment. I don't know, that has nothing to do with the genocide topic, but so I wrote a letter about like when I was in Iraq, and like all the soldiers like would have their families send them Starbucks because they still wanted to like drink Starbucks coffee, and I don't even really like Starbucks coffee. It's kind of like burnt tasting to me. Um, so anyway, so I turned in the assignment, and then at the end of the class, he came up with like the stack of assignments, and he was like, I don't have yours, and I was like, what? I handed it to you, and I was like, no, it's not in here. So I was like searching for it, because like I had a 4.0 in the class. I didn't want to miss an assignment, and it was like the end of the class, and it was supposed to be submitted by the end of the class, um, and then like I was standing there, and he came up and like put his arm around me, and I turned over, and then he like kissed me all of a sudden. I was like, oh, like, ugh. And he like grabbed my boob, and was like trying to get me to come over to his place or whatever, and I was like my brother's here, like, because my brother like came to the campus. I'm supposed to drive him somewhere afterwards, and he was like trying to get me to ditch my brother and stuff, um and I'm like, man, you've got a wife. And he was like, well, you need to work on your assignment and stuff. And it was all like skeezy. um so then he was like, just meet me outside, and like left. And so I immediately went to like this office on campus, like the administrators, to tell them what happened, because I'm like, that's fucking creepy, and this dude has a wife. And this video seems like it's way too dark. I don't know what to do about these lights. If it's later in the day, then like it's brighter in here, but I've got the lights on, but it's still really dark. Anyway, so I went to tell them, and like they got this group of like young girls to come in and talk to me, but they weren't like really paying attention. And then as soon as I said like what the class was, and they like figured out who it was. It was like they totally like were just got all fucking catty to me, like it seemed like their attitude was like they had fucked him, and they thought that it was something special like with him and them. um and they're like, well, you need to realize that, like, you know sometimes you just have to do what you have to do to keep your 4.0, like because I told them that I had a 4.0 and that I was like worried about my grade and stuff, and they were just like being all nasty, like oh well, if you want a 4.0 then you just have to do it was, yeah. So and I woke up from that dream. um and then I had a dream that I was like in the body of a teenager, and it was like me and these other teenagers had run away, and we decided we were gonna live off the land and stuff. um and like we figured out that to take showers and stuff we could go to like the school campus, well, like any school campus, because we were kind of like wandering, and just like pretend that we were students and go in the locker room and take a shower and clean up. Not much to that dream. It was about all that was. And then in the next dream, I was like trying to get to this beach, but the only way to get there was this trail that went through like Native American land, and like I wasn't allowed to go on the land because I'm a white person. And so I like went anyways because I was like, this is bullshit. Like, I'm tired of people being all fucking racist to me and everything. Like, I'm just gonna go and walk to the beach. And so, on the other side of the trail, before it, went to the beach, there was this main road, and, there was this, pilgrim wagon, kind of like art installation setup. And my shoes were all muddy. And it was like raining, and there was all this like water pouring off like one of the parts of the wagon. So I like took my shoes off, and like I was rinsing all this like thick mud off, or went to rinse all this like thick mud off of them, and they had set up the art installation so that like the water would like catch on fire if you tried to use it for anything. And these people were walking by, and I was like holy shit, I put my shoe under there and it just and like turned into flame. And they were like laughing at me, and I was like, that's really dangerous. I'm like, what if some like homeless person was walking by and like wanted to just take a drink of water, of like rainwater, and they're like, well, that's not what that water's for. And just like had an attitude about it. So those were my dreams last night. Just like a bunch of shitty, horrible nightmare dreams. I don't want to be in this world either. Everything sucks. I hate it. Anyway, that's that.